guys, good morning. We are here at Terminal 5. It's Terminal 5. We're here at Terminal 5 and I'm off to Hermes with Emily. Secret Diary of a Watch Girl who I've had so much fun recording things with in the last couple of months, and Mr. James Massey. And I've been to the voucher facility before, but I've never had a proper Hermes experience as such, so God knows what we're in for, but here we go. And good morning.
Good morning.
I've never sat in the front row of any plane before in my life, but look at this. There's Mr. Massey.
Oh,
We're heading out on time. Thanks, BA. Goodbye. Always one of my favourite views coming into Geneva here. And you know what?
You just tricked me.
Sorry. Always one of my favourite. Look at the snow-capped mountains there in the distance, and the optimism, the excitement of the unknown to come.
Okay, let's do
We
it.
are being picked up. Do you happen to know who's picking us up? No, don't know. We're going to find out in a sec. There it is, the Mecca, the Hublot Mecca, en route to Le Palafy Hotel. L'Hotel. Any comment from you at this stage?
I'm really appalled by your French.
Sorry, I'm not getting any focus on your face. There we go. Sorry guys, we're just in this long drive, 2 hours from Geneva Airport to where are we going first, James? What's our first stop on the agenda?
The factory.
The factory. Yeah. We're going to the factory first. But Em, you've just admitted something that that I've never heard you've admitted before. We were talking about Warhammer, but you, in your spare time, you like to do what?
Paint planes.
Paint warplanes.
Yeah, World War II planes. So I like those.
What do? You buy models?
Yeah, and then I build the model, and then
Like a Spitfire?
yeah, I do quite like a Spitfire.
Do you?
I occasionally go for a DB5. I've put quite a few of those, quite different. But,
Oh wow.
And then I just throw them in the bin.
Quite hypnotic. You threw them in the bin?
Yeah, because they're awful.
Oh wow, okay. Thank you for that.
There you
Goodbye. Right guys, there's Tag Heuer. So we're getting a little bit of a tour here. Listen, and what were you saying? You were saying about, we were discussing Hermes and the idea of the price point that they found, a sort of sweet spot of their own.
Yep.
Retail's like five-ish, and we've got the H08 on. What were you saying? So the voucher movement speaks to the collectors out there.
Well, what I think you've done really well is the voucher movement, and just the general composition of the watch plus the pricing means that even people that are watch people can, I mean, if you look at the Tom Ford watch, everyone knew it was a terrible watch, even though it might have looked nice, but everyone, there's a watch person.
It was rotten beneath the core, but it was rotten to the core.
Yeah,
it was rotten to the core.
You
but
immediately write it off.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it's been accepted into the watch world, which is hard, especially for a fashion brand. Because they've done it well, they've invested in it, they've made a solid movement and so on, and they've priced it really well. What it also does, or I perceive it does, is it plays into the larger business model of Hermes. Now, what is Hermes? It's Birkin, it's Kelly.
They make spines.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. A few more facilities just being shown.
Breitling.
Breitling in the back there. There we go.
There
You
it
might be able to
is.
see Breitling in the distance, just there. There it is. There it is. Fantastic. Big news coming out of Breitling as of last week. Just picked up Gallet alongside Universal Geneva. Sorry, you were saying this idea of doing things right, from the dial to the case to the movement.
It is Hermes way, right? Like that's the Hermes way. But secondary to that is, what does everybody want? It's the Birkin, it's the Kelly.
Yes.
Now, people need, what do they need to get that? They need to spend with the brand. So it's also brilliant in the sense they've made this quality thing, so you've got the watch people that do want it, and it fits into the Hermes world, and they brought in, so they can vouch, but also it's getting bought by people who just need to get their spend up.
You're not.
Which is brilliant.
You're bundling. You're not angry with the bundling at Hermes, basically. Et fromage des France Montagne.
Quel accent.
Oh, I might have to count this video, guys. Sorry, we're unsure. Come back to you in one moment. And what were you after? Guys, we're here at the case making facility at Hermes, dial making and case making. Just take a moment to appreciate this. We've got the Hermes plates, which may be coming home with me in the hand luggage. And then we've got the sushi, takeaway sushi. Doesn't get better than that, I don't think. Just a moment to appreciate the footwear that we have to wear around the manufacture. What's the issue here? Have we got a sizing issue?
Ugg moon boots.
Doesn't fit.
Surprisingly doesn't fit.
What have you found, Justin?
And this is just incredible. So we just had our sushi lunch, but look at the what's the word? The cutlery. Beautiful cutlery. Is that right? Beautiful cutlery. And the contrast in this, how humble the meal was against the beauty of this. Just wonderful. Anyway, coffee. This will be coming home. I was just wondering if you were.
Go.
What was your?
With a bar of metal like this one that we buy like this, and to finish with a part that is almost done, I mean technically working, and then it goes through other operations like polishing and everything. But the faiseur d'étain, so the master here, Sacha, is working here for many years.
So guys, one of the interesting facts here is that the stamping process can take 20 different steps to go through just in the refining of the case, which can take a whole week in total just for one case of one model.
This is 40 steps for the
40 steps for that particular
Just for the
reference.
stamping.
Just for the stamping. And that's about a week's work of...
1 week for the non-tickets,
Yep.
for the stamping part, and 2 weeks for the assay, more or less. So this one is out of stamping process,
Yes?
taking out of stock and coming into this machine to do all the machining process, milling, turning,
Yeah.
creating the hole for the crown and the gasket, the case back, and this is 25 minutes
25 minutes to do one piece.
to do one piece exactly.
And interestingly enough, guys, these machines run 24 hours a day. Insane.
So first step, same as the case, we cut out a shape within a band of brass here. So 90% of the time we work with brass as main material for dials.
The dials here at Hermes, like most watch brands, are made of brass for two reasons: durability, easy enough to use material, and also relatively cheap. And here we go, the feet on the dial. This is interesting. This is a softening phase. They describe this as a softening of the dial ahead of the polishing to come, and you can have a look at the dials there. They come in looking like that from the previous stage, and they finish looking like that. One of the big things about Hermes watches is each and every watch has its own lithography. Some of the different dials. Miniature.
Then we will bring first finishing on the surface, that is humid sanding to mattify the background. Then we will have a matte silvering process. Sometimes for very complex dials we are working with different parts. So as you can see here,
This is the GMT for Slim Hermes.
it's a perpetual calendar with GMT function, and you have two different parts that are then soldered together.
Okay guys, so coming to the close of day one, we've just been to the case manufacturing facility and the dial manufacturing facility. Quick take?
I'm in. All in.
Yeah. The danger was when you spend time in these places and you see it and you meet people, it's like, yeah, I knew it would be a
When you
problem.
meet the actual people doing
Yeah.
work. Yeah.
We're now at Hotel Palafite. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hotel. And we're about to get on this very buggy. Look at that cat. Look at that cat, that Cheshire cat grinning in the background. Right, we're getting on our buggy. Oh! Jesus Christ almighty, I almost stopped myself. I'm absolutely fine, thank you very much. We are off to our rooms, separate rooms, just to be clear, for any commenters out there. Okay, hold tight, here we go. The view, we're on the Les Scoot. The view is, oh God, keep the arm in. Look at the view, here we go, coming down. Look at this. Hotel Palafite. Oh, wow.
Okay, yeah. Oh, can you jump in?
No, but tell me that's not the same.
You don't want to jump in? Let's go jump in.
Oh my gosh, I just caught the camera. Okay, scoot. Okay guys, good morning. Good morning. We're leaving l'Hôtel Palefite. Did you sleep well, Em?
Like a baby. My little hot tub.
You had a hot tub session, which we did not capture on film. Well, it won't be capturing one. We won't, yeah. Anyway. So, quick take. We're now, day one is done. We're now heading into day two.
We are.
Day one was the dial making factory and the case making factory. Today we're off to the leather making facility. And what else?
We're having a sort of...
A presentation.
We are.
Presentation of the H08 collection, I believe. In fact, I think there's going to be a lot of H08, and there's going to be some slim, and I think there's going to be some cut. But interesting enough, Philippe, the chap who expat Philippe, and he's been at Hermes for some time now, he is going to be there to talk us through.
Yep.
Which will be amazing. And we're going to discuss what's kept us up all night. The Piece Unique H08 opportunity. More to come shortly. Goodbye and good night. Not good night yet. Right guys, day two. We did the dial making yesterday and we did the case making at Hermes, and today we're looking at leather making in the whole collection. Look at this fella that's just, well, what is he doing? He's saluted our arrival. Right guys, here's the horse. Now we've been talking about this horse for some time. Mr. James Massey told me that I would be able to ride this horse. And apparently that is not true. So I will not be riding this horse today. Apparently this is a fundamental key feature of the history of the brand that was hand chiseled by Mr. Hermes himself, and will not take my body weight.
And the team finished the strap. It will come here for the stitching by machine. And then the team at La Table will receive with this length of thread. And then they will double the 3 last stitches by hand in order to straighten the attach. And they do the famous saddle stitching. Yeah, for the 3 last stitches. Here, there.
So at this point it's taken at least an hour to get to this stage per strap. And now it's hand stitched.
Like 1:30 to 2 hours per strap.
Okay. And then you've got the saddle stitching at the ends.
Then they will hit the stitching with a polished hammer, and you can feel the difference between the one that was hammered and the other one that was not. You can feel.
Yeah, okay.
And then you apply it all over the edge, very delicately.
Before and after.
So before and after, to underline the stitching. And so with a very high temperature, it will just press very hard to remove the excess of glue and to close the layers together.
So this is the shaping of the edge of the strap after
Smoothing.
After how many layers of application of the dye? 2 layers?
One first,
and
this
second.
is the second.
Okay, and then that's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if we do too many layers, then it will come out, like you can just remove the thing, and it's ugly, and technically it's not right. And then they will take the measurement for the fixed loop because they don't have the same size.
Even the loop at the end of the strap goes through the same process of dyeing and gluing.
And
so 6 stitches in the loop that goes on the watch, and there's 2 of these in total. Yeah, 2 in total. And it's the same process. Look at that thing. It's the same process that goes into the strap. So the dyeing, the sealing, the gluing, it's just absolutely bonkers.
And then they will redo the 3 saddle stitches at the end, double, so 3 and 3 back, by hand, of course, to close the loop inside. And then they do the same on the other side, and they will do what we call the blind stitching, because they don't see what's under. They really have to feel with the needle where they have to stitch.
This one, which has been done for the reopening of the Madison, New York store.
Leather workshop in Brugge. and it's a technique that is kept secret. So we
Oh, really?
didn't give any details or information about how
Yeah.
we are producing it. It's really a secret recipe.
So this one, for example, has got 2,000
And 500 about.
Yes, 2,500 pieces.
pieces
How
of
long would that take?
2,500 pieces of leather market.
Days? Weeks?
Days.
Days just to put pieces together.
Days, sometimes weeks.
I didn't even know that existed. Look at that pocket watch, and there is the leather marquetry dial. Just in the offices, incredibly peaceful. Look at this for a bit of artwork. That is incredible, actually. Wow. And we're next with Philip, who's. Oh, look at the view! Look at that view! Wow. And he's going to talk us through all of this. I love this perpetual layout, the perpetual candle layout. It's just so satisfying. The Hermes, the slim Hermes, again, has this typography, this very specific typography that's made for the watch, as you do here in the H08. And it's so cool to see so many different executions of the H08. And there's the cut. Some ladies' bits and pieces, some GPHG awards, pretty amazing. Right, and we're just getting on. What size have you gone for? You've got your overcoat on.
Triple XL.
Triple XL. James, what are you've been removed for various reasons. You've violated the codes. Right, we're heading into the assembly department here at Hermes. And, well, we don't know what we're going to see, but come along for the ride.
Not so easy to assemble, so we take a lot of time to train the people to reach the right level of quality. As you can see, there are 10 channels on the machine. Every channel has a watch head that can check how the watch is working.
So it's interesting here at Hermes, this is the assembly line, and depending on experience, of course, some watchmakers can put together the whole watch, but every watchmaker works from start to finish, putting the watch together, which is different and interesting.
The movements, they are here. They are under plastic because of the humidity to protect them. Cases, they are here also on the plastic with the result of the waterproof test also. The dials here, the moon phase indicator, the disc, hands, gasket, screws, and everything needed for the assembly of the watch. The human is still doing the job, it's very important, but the machine helps to reach the best quality possible. So every day, the satellites, they will move from one and they will show or hide the moons on the south hemisphere
Southern Hemisphere.
and to the north, okay? So you can see how is the moon on the north hemisphere and how is the moon on the south. And every day it moves like this and it will hide or not the moons. It's very, very, very nice. There is a Pegasus, can you see it?
There's Pegasus.
There's a lot of details on Hermes watches, a lot of things hidden, very nice details.
So this is the first step of the quality control here at Hermes. Oh, and there's that light, fuzzy light coming working. So it's aesthetic and performance, checking for things like dust. And then if there is an issue, it goes back to the very beginning again.
Part of the Time Your Way program, so it's watches that people can personalize.
Yeah.
So you can choose between, I think, 12 digits on the back. And we have also, so it's an order of production of one watch, so it comes like this. I have everything to assemble one watch. I will just assemble here it's a mechanical, then it will go to the control that Patrick explained to you before. And then once the control are good, it will go to the final control, and then the strap is assembled in the last step. There, when I receive my order of production, I just have to check that everything is corresponding to what it's written, because you can totally now with the Time Your Way, the configuration, you can totally mix. Sometimes there's, sometimes it's good dates, sometimes it's a bit less. But so here I'm oiling a bit the edge of my stem, because this will come back inside the movement. And inside the watch movement, it's a bit like a car engine. There's a bit of oil, a bit of grease, that everything is working good. So here I'm putting back my stem, and there on the tube of the crown I will put a bit of grease, because inside here because this is a screwed on, drive down crown. So it has to be really easy, because sometimes if you don't put grease, it's really hard, you know. And there's a gasket also inside the crown and inside the tube, because this watch, as we were saying before, it's supposed to go 100 meters deep. So here I'm fixing. Yeah. So it's important at this time to be really, really careful of the aesthetic, because with the H08 it's a bit different than other watches, because now I will put my bezel, and then to fix it, it's through the middle case. If there's really something, I will take the stick, because there's an anti-reflection inside. So if you touch it, maybe you make more damage than good. And once I'm clean and good, I will come on top. And then, as I said before, I will have to turn it and to fix through the middle case, yeah, with 4 screws.
So we've still got the sapphire case back to go on yet. That's interesting. That's all through the back.
Philip, you are the man behind the design, the H08 from Hermes. Tell us a little bit about what you like most from the design itself.
J'adore la forme de cette montre, c'est une forme qui est très particulière, qui nous parle à la fois du carré, à la fois du rond, elle a une vraie personnalité, elle s'inscrit dans un côté très urbain, moi j'aime beaucoup le côté comparé au building de New York par exemple, et puis surtout comment avec cette constitution de matériaux très originale, c'est une montre vraiment intemporelle.
And which is your favorite out of the collection? If you had to pick one, which one would you be collecting?
Ma favorite elle est là.
Ah, there we go. Didn't spot that one on the wrist.
Oui, c'est la version black. J'aime beaucoup ce côté, on va dire monochrome, qui donne justement une personnalité tout à fait originale à cette montre. Moi, le côté black me plaît beaucoup, avec cette constitution de céramique, de caoutchouc et de matériaux composites.
Would you be having it on the black strap, or would you change the strap?
Strap.
Black strap.
Black strap.
Even in summer.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yellow in summer.
Oh, yellow in summer. Sorry, just to be clear, we want to get that one sorted. Cheers. Well, guys, there we go. That's the end of the watchmaking assembly segment of the film. Quick take.
You're gonna have to come back to what I'm most impressed. The leather marquetry really got me. I'm sort of designing something in my mind now that it's Hermes in the sort of core of it, you know, the saddlebags combined with great watchmaking. That's truly awesome. It was really cool to do.
Philip, the man behind the H08 as well, insanely nice guy. Encapsulated the brand beautifully.
Yep.
There we go.
Magic.
More to come, guys. Cheers. Right, guys, we've just landed back in London. What a trip to start with. What a trip.
Nothing like it. Truly special.
And by the way, we only got invited on this because of the last video that we did on the H08. So this was like a complete surprise. Sorry, lovely team. Very interesting brand. They do not provide any discounts. They don't provide any gifts. They don't have ambassadors. They don't need to. They're operating in their own realm. And that's amazing. So 3 things then that you've come away with.
Number 1 for me is I've been thinking about this whole thing at home. There's no luxury brand that's not started as a watchmaker that has managed to appeal to both the Hermes people who are not watch collectors and watch collectors. And I think that's really come from the H08 and the Cut. It's changed the game. So that's number 1. 2 for you?
For me, Philippe, the head of creative, insane man, developer of the H08 and the Cut. The leather making, the length of commitment, the time commitment, it's just insane.
Each strap, what, 40 steps?
40 steps, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours to make each from memory. Insane. And then final bit for me was the ability for a brand of that size, multi-billion-dollar business, to be able to hold the consistency of the taste levels of everything they do at such a high level, and the watches not being at an eye-watering level for the most part. H08 being like just over $5,000, approachable.
And the watches aren't an add-on, which I think most luxury brands do. It feels like, you know, I remember Tom Ford made a watch, it's just an add-on. Whereas actually,
not an afterthought.
It's not an afterthought. It's, you know, they bought part of the voucher, they own the movement, they've done what Hermes do. You know, they own the leather from start to finish. They own, you know, everyone knows how to do the saddle stitch. It's the same with watchmaking, exactly the same. It's a team of extremely specialised, proud people, and the quality of product you get at the end, it's like having a Birkin or a Kelly.
I've just realised the escalator behind us is very, very loud, so apologies if you can't hear us. Listen, get to the point here. You are walking away wanting a watch. You're wanting a watch.
Yeah,
what are you getting?
I've been toying with this for weeks and weeks. And I've easily started to say on the steel cut.
Steel cut.
No diamond.
Green rubber strap.
Green. I'd probably buy the orange as well. But it's still. I mean, why? It's just it fits 36mm. Fits really well. The strap is awesome.
We're going to be told to stop filming in a minute because we're coming through security. So let's just leave it at that. Into the comments and thank you so much.